Yo, we're the Zone Runners, and this time we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ain't ready.
I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head cause I have no fear. Probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory, but a ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Asked him the question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alleys. It didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with the fist, metal crackling. I'm hearing someone saying, use a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall, and then I started to fly away deeper.
Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's it, I can sense it in my being. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see the thing, but it's around somewhere. Gonna hold my head cause I got nothing to fear. Probably seems great to be real. The ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Yo, I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna hang down in Pumpkin Hill because I need my next drink. Try to find a vampire blood and I liked it cause they said just a drop would make me go hyper. And now I'm walking like Frankenstein because I need another taste of that fine red wine. Plain silver chains and pull bangs without pain. Drain veins in a stage brain. What? Are my raps too violent? Yo, I didn't kill the guy, just keep it quiet. That you can log as a merciful attack. The true death reserved for the guy who calls bars raps. Ding dong, trick or treat, it's a me, Halsey, yes sirree, and I'm a doctor this year, so please, why don't you hand over all the candy if we won't have to show you our graveyard theory.
Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my being. Great emerald's power allows me to feel. See your thing, but it's around somewhere. Gonna hold my head cause I got nothing to fear. Probably seems crazy, graveyard theory. The ghost tried to approach me and got leery.
Yo, Dr. Halsey, let me clear out some of these corpses, brother. I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna chill down a Pumpkin Hill. I'm gonna keep it hella real. 7 hot suit, 4 feet beyond your field. When you wanna test me, but you lack any skill. Bloodsuckers wanna hunt me in the night, but their fangs only talk, they never really bite. Take a stake or two and drive it through your chest in one strike. Now what was it about me you didn't really like? Get stalked by the undead, so I got 12 gauges aimed at his dumb head. Turn pumpkins from orange to blood red. Grab your jack-o'-lanterns, here comes the sunset. Howl at the moon, whispers in the air, I'm coming for you soon, yeah. I've got a graveyard theory that says you'll be buried before you get anywhere near me.
Let it get to me, I'm just gonna breathe. Sympathetic pop like a dancing machine. Time I'm on walking, I can feel it in my feet. The thrilling of this killing got me grooving to the beat. Ain't hard to see, the funk is everywhere. Bobbing my head cause I got nothing to fear. This makes it like it's the spirit to be a real alien to the DTF. I said, girl, I hear. But it's around somewhere. It's around somewhere.
Well, hello.
Let it get to me, I'm just gonna breathe down a Pumpkin Hill. I know that it's here. Great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, I got nothing to fear. It's probably great, graveyard theory. The ghost try to approach me and got leery. Spooky, spooky, spooky.
Spooky, spooky, scary, scary, spooky, scary, scary, scary. Shiver around your spine. Shaking spooks will shock your spine. Hurry up tonight.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ladies. It is me, Dukect T, here, back with you once again here on this Monday evening. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good, doing good, and all the good stuff in this past weekend and all the stuff out there, because I got some good stories for you here in the lounge. If you want to, remember, if you want to connect to me, Dukect, the link is right there in the description. So you can sit there and talk to me via, if you have a headset mic, boom, there you go. You can connect to me and talk to me right there in the description, or you can put this right there. We got Krabby here. What's up, Krabby90 right there, by the way. Here you go. If you want to go and connect to old Dukect to talk about some things, some good things. If you want to connect to me, if you got the your headset, microphone, and all that good stuff. Anyway, let's get into these stories here. And the big one is Disney Plus. Oh, Disney Plus. Oh, a lot of people aren't liking Disney Plus. Most of these theater people are not liking Disney Plus. Let's see. Let me get to the tab here. A lot of this share here. Boom. According to this, Black Widow. Huge box office drop is Disney's Plus fault. Theater owners claim. That's a big thing. The National Association of Theaters Owners is fighting back against Disney's plan to release films in theaters and paid streaming simultaneously. See, after Black Widow took a 67% drop this weekend at the box office from its 80 million opening, the National Association of Theater Owners is swiping back against Disney's release strategy of placing the Marvel blockbuster in both theaters and on paid streaming simultaneously. Despite assertions that this pandemic-era improvised release strategy was a success for Disney and the simultaneous release model, it demonstrates that an exclusive theatrical release means more revenue for all stakeholders in every cycle of this movie or of the movie's life. Excuse me. NATO, not that one, and that's said in the statement. Black Widow has a 10-day domestic total of 131 million and $264 million worldwide. Having grossed estimated 26 million this weekend, Disney reported a global total of 60 million paid streaming sales on opening weekend, but only reported theatrical revenue this weekend. The trade organization for movie theaters said that a theatrically exclusive release for Black Widow could have netted a 90-plus opening at the box office, but also argued that the film's paid streaming revenue is being pulled forward from a more traditional premium on-demand window that would come after a theatrical run. Combined with the theatrical revenue and foregone traditional POV revenue, the answer to these questions will show that simultaneous release costs Disney money and revenue per viewer over the life of the film, the statement read. Even before the pandemic, the National Theaters Association has long argued that a theatrical exclusive window expands the revenue that a movie can generate for a studio after it leaves theaters and heads for home release platforms. That was LSP. Good. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. This is the article talking about the Black Widow. They're blaming theater owners are blaming Disney Plus for it. But the COVID-19, yada yada. Whew. Wow, they are. But yeah, this goes into theatrical stuff. But here's I want to ask this stuff right here. Everyone to go to. Let me just see if I can do this. Let me just go right here. If I can get the screen thing here. Stop sharing it and go to the other one. And here we are. The domestic of when Ray and the Last Dragon. Remember, this was their first time doing this type of premiere thing. Tom and Jerry came out. It hit like number 1 and number 2. It was also, but it was free for customers, by the way. The simultaneous release for it. So let's see what happened. Ray and the Last Dragon, $8 million first week. Let's look at the next week. Still number 1. Let's see, got only 5 million. A week later, 5 million. So 3 weeks, number 1. And it took and it was actually for 3 weeks it was number one. Now I would look at this Ray of the Last Dragon because looking at this, Disney Plus was doing the same both for them, and it seemed to be doing just fine. A lot of people seem to like, Raya and the Last Dragon. Me personally, let me just go to, well, let's see what happened to Black Widow. Let's see, a Space Jam one. But what happened? Let's see. The week before, you had Fast and Furious and Black Widow right here, over 80 million. The reason why I think personally, I watched it this weekend. In fact, I watched that, with my folks. My mom hated it and everything, but I thought it was. I didn't like much of it either, but it was just something on cable. I wouldn't go to the movies for it, but I think that's the main reason why I think it was just people saw it. They didn't think it was actually good. Maybe it's the quality. That was the main issue, is the quality of the film. You know, it is. The superhero thing is probably losing steam. Maybe it is. Maybe it is losing steam. Who knows? Because quite honestly, I think it's because Black Widow didn't need a lot of all the stuff is, and it was. I think it was just way too past to do a Black Widow movie. You should have done it back in 2017 or 2018. That was the main issue with Black Widow. It was far too late to release it, and now it looks even more ridiculous releasing it after all the other stuff. At this point, just play a series or something. And also, you said Hollywood needs new ideas. True, and that the internet, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's how many scripts out there that have been completely locked away that could have been actually some good stuff and good ideas. And now with these streaming services, which my hope is that you might see some of the good ideas and see some of them actually do some bring out some of these good ideas. Because right now, I just don't see any good, strong ideas coming from Hollywood as of late. I mean, the best movie I saw, No Sudden Moves. It was on HBO Max, actually. With Don Cheadle, Brendan Fraser, Benicio del Toro. Really good movie about It's a good 50s movie about some good gangster movie. Good fun. I highly recommend it. If you have time to see it, you should go see it. That's my movie of the year so far. It's just I'm watching most of these movies. It just seems there's nothing really grabbing me now in the entertainment industry. And that's sad because quite honestly, there's some good stuff out there, and not just in the superhero genre. There's some really good, you know. I honestly think No Sudden Move would actually be a really good movie. You could release there and probably get like some good, some like maybe Emmy, not Emmy, I mean Oscar nods and stuff like that. Could really do some good stuff there. And it's just that Hollywood has just been doing all this stuff, and that's the reason why they're going over to China is because China loves these big Hollywood movies. In America right now, I think we're looking for the next thing. What's the next big thing? Some say it's the anime and manga, all that type of stuff. I'm like, Hollywood tried that. And it didn't do so well. But maybe the failures of Street Race, Speed Racer, Dragon Ball Z, and Old Boy, all that stuff has washed away, ladies and gentlemen, has washed away from time, and people might actually look and say maybe we'll try it again because Disney does own the rights, I believe, to Dragon Ball, the film, live action film. So I wouldn't be surprised if it actually might. You know, I mean, come on. That looks like something that might actually happen. Uh, Also, with this situation, I don't blame Disney Plus with this stuff. I think it's because Black Widow was again released way too late in this. The movie and story that Natasha needed to tell was back in during Civil War. It was this should have been told pre Avengers Endgame, but it wasn't. That's how it feels. It just feels like this whole movie was like rushed into production. Everything felt rushed, and I think that people who blame Disney Plus and blame all this stuff, it's not Disney Plus fault. I think it's basically the quality of the film and the fact that it was released way too late in the Black Widow thing because it's already too late. She's dead. There's not much you can do. And every happy ending you have is pretty much forfeit. And anyone saying this is a jumping off for the character, well, honestly, you can't really jump off at this character and try to bring the stuff there. It's far too late for it. You know? Maybe instead of Iron Man 2, they could have just did like a Black Widow movie in Budapest. I think they could have done that. But as it stands, well, Disney had it shot, and they kind of, but they made their money because now the money going straight towards them. The everything else now. It's going straight towards streaming service. So maybe they look like they look like pretty good right now. So, but yeah. Anyway, take a well. I think we all did that, but it is. Oh yes, there was a Dragon Ball movie. Terrible. And again, but post game era, it was a more of a Phase 2 movie in a Phase 4 skin, and it was this. If this was supposed to be the jumping off of Phase 4, it's not. That's not a good moment. I mean, I would say honestly, Loki was probably a good jumping off for Phase 4 because it looks like there's going to be a true antagonist for it, and it looks like there's going to be something really interesting there. Even though the Disney Plus series have fallen, I don't know, the quality wise, but hey, Disney it's still popular. So, yeah. But anyway, speaking of streaming service, guess what came up on the WWE Network and Peacock app? Oh, once again, oh, boys and girls. Let's all talk about the WE and Peacock and all the good stuff here. Oh, we're gonna have a good old laugh and talk about that since these streaming services not uh, well not doing so well. We'll get more into after this little commercial break here. No, not commercial, little musical break. We're gonna listen to some good music. How about some Sonic Sonic the Hedgehog 2 OC remix performed by No Tux. Oh yeah, we're gonna listen to that here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thanks so much for joining me, Dukect T. We'll be right back right after this here live on TalkShoe.com and on YouTube as well. Be right back right after this. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here on talkshoe.com and YouTube as well. Thank you to Crab90, LP is good. All this people here. And now let's get into, well, yes, here it is. Let's see if I can get the right thing here. There we are. Let me just put this right. There we are. Russell Inc. reporting this. I'm going to drink of water. Here it is. Right here. One of the hottest social media topics on WWE's Money in the Bank pay-per-view were not the wrestlers or anything else. There were some good moments. I saw some of them, which was great. Big E went in. You got John Cena coming back. You had Charlotte Flair flipping off the crowd. Good times. Really good times. But here's something else. But the thing is, it's just streaming issues. On Peacock, the WWE Network, the only way you can actually watch the WWE Network on the United States, because WWE and Peacock or whatever is trying to shut down the VPNs for basically trying to say, hey, maybe, for the working version, instead of doing that, maybe they can fix the broken one. Because the buffering issues began at the Raw Women's Championship match between Rhea Ripley and the new champion Charlotte Flair. And yeah, they began right after the match, and then they were resolved into the Money in the Bank ladder match. And they were missing, they missed the entire backstage segment with Riddle, Rick Boogs, and King, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the entrance to all the entrances on Money in the Bank ladder match. And reportedly, WWE did not pause the pay-per-view while the issues were going on because internally the company were not aware of any issues. And again, this is the United States feed of Peacock, the main home. They put that NBC Universal paid over $1 billion for. And we repeat that, $1 billion for that. $1 billion. Let me just find. Let's see. Where Peacock? How many? Subscribe streaming. Let's see. Most subscribed streaming service. I gotta look some of this up. The most subscriptions. Let's see. Let's look at that. Let's look at all the best streaming service. We got Netflix, Prime, Tencent Video. Let's see. Where is got the New York Times? I'm looking, seeing HBO Max. Let's see. Showtime, Disney Plus, Premium, Hulu. This. Well, I'm looking at the most. The most. Let's see. Where does Peacock here? I'm looking to see if they can find. This is supposedly 5 months. Let me just see the biggest ones. Just get rid of the stop one here, and let's look at the big one here. Let's see all the streaming service that has the most subscriptions. You have right here. It's over six. Let's see, it's HBO Max 17 plus million, not bad. And then right there with Paramount Plus, they're going at it. I think HBO Max is going to blow past because going to other countries and everything. We got YouTube Premium, which that's over for YouTube Music and everything. Sirius XM, View, Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube, Disney Plus, Tencent, Spotify, Prime, and then Netflix. Netflix has the biggest streaming service, and right now. And where does Peacock? Let me just go and see. Where is it? And by the way, is it even the best one? Is it the best streaming service? Most popular ones. Oh, it's actually tied with 4. With streaming services and everything. Best on demand, the information, HBO Max, Peacock. Yeah, so it's doing just fine. And let's see, I just look and see what the numbers though. I gotta see what the numbers are just to see how it is, because Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, let's see, Amazon Prime, Apple TV. I don't see anything. Let me just see. Let's see. Subscribe. Let's see. I gotta see this because it has to be at least. Let's see. 42 million. They said. Deeper dive. The Peacock paid subscribers are extremely low, and yeah, people are still. Yeah, they do. Oh yeah. But that's cool stuff. Crab 90. He says I was able to sign up for Amazon Prime with a student discount back in college. That's the only streaming service I'm with currently. Oh well. You should check out and see if you got like HBO, because if you got like HBO, your cable service, you get HBO Max free. But here, something interesting. Right now, this is like it was like a couple weeks ago, last couple weeks. Deeper dive. Peacock subscribers are shockingly low number of paid subscribers. They're not looking good. And they're not looking as came high to Disney Plus, yada yada yada. But yeah, they're not really looking good. It's very, they're trying to catch up. They're just we have 42 million subscribers, but they're just signed up. It's just BS at this point. People who actually want to watch the stuff, there's nothing there because there's no real content. The only thing that Peacock has is the Olympics and WWE. And WWE is majority saying live content. And, yeah, I think that's going to be something. What's going to really hurt them is the live content. Because if they can't handle, content that, live content, yeah, it is. It's getting to this point. Let me just get back here, go up here. The live content. I mean, when you look at this, and by the way, the international feed, by the way, going back to the point, has no issues. But when the kept going, The international audience, fine, but your United States audience, your bread and butter, having these issues. And they have to exit and re-exit. We have to restart the thing. You have to delete you have to delete the app and then reinstall the app. That's how I fix it. No, you fixed it, but you don't have these issues. To look at this. It says the issue of multiple fans complaining about how they were unable to fast forward around Peacock platform to fans or Twitter that players controls will run out additional thing. It's the patch. We'll work it out in patch and post. What happened having things done when people haven't? This is the problem. Is that we'll have it in a couple months. Why don't you fix this stuff when you had your system? When this thing was coming, you should have had this stuff planned. You should have said, okay, we're not. If this was not going to be available and have all the trims and trimmings and all this stuff wasn't going to be available, why don't you wait? Because you already got the stuff. Like, you know what? We'll do some stuff here. We'll wait until this is completed. We'll wait until it's complete, and then we'll move the stuff there to Peacock and have our systems integrate. Why is this always the patch and post? We have to do everything later. We'll sit back and finish the game later. We'll just patch it all up. Who cares if stuff doesn't work? We'll finally patch everything up when it's finally working, when it's supposed to be like 2 or 3 years later, instead of having the stuff done now. Now the streaming services. Oh, yeah, you want pause? You want to have, fast forward and rewinding? Oh, don't worry. We'll have that like in 6-7 weeks, a month, or 2-3 months later. We don't have it now. We'll patch it later. God, what happened to just having things? If the service doesn't have, okay, you know what? Our service is not going to have this thing until we have found a way to actually have the service, have these things match, fast forwarding, rewinding, making sure we get in the right place or anything else. We will not have this thing on our service until it does. What happened to that type of quality control? What happened to having that type of being patient and waiting until things are 100% there? It's just, it's just so. And look at this right now, all of this stuff here. He says, I don't know which is worse, the Peacock glitches or the camera cuts during matches. They have the same effect, pissing people off. There it is. More of this people right here. Your network, exactly. Here's more. Your network is terrible, constantly closing, and I have to restart again. You need to do better. How is rewinding and pausing still not a thing for live streaming? You can't rewind a pay-per-view on the Peacock website. Look at this. It's available on Apple TV. Flex, all the things like this will be added in soon. Just the state of that, Oh, yeah. I know. And the WWE, yeah, I know. They're cheap. And that's the problem. Quality, man. Quality. What happened to good old-fashioned quality and everything? What's happened to that? And no. Consumers haven't gotten crazy and lazy in that crap. I'm talking about the businesses. The businesses have people who actually should be on the high up, Businesses should be on the, the businesses, Businesses should be on the, have gotten lazy and complacent. Businesses, the consumers, they haven't been lazy or complacent. It is the businesses. It is the people who provide the content, the movies, the video games, the all these other things. They have become complacent, lazy, and cheap as hell. That's what happened. This is what happens at the end of the day. This is what's going on. How many stuff that has going on with most of these issues will be stopped by saying, hey, let's have some good quality control. Let's be patient. Let us actually fix things instead of going faster and faster. No. And here's some more stuff. Wait, it cuts out mid-sentence to come back to a different scene. Yeah, this keeps going. He says they want a refund. They got rid of DirecTV. Wow. It says this is getting bad. They're about to just leave. WWE pay-per-view lagging and crashing. It says anyone else doing a choppy Peacock network saying playback frozen every time I open it. What the F is going on? It says Peacock at WWE. Fix your app. I can watch in 2-minute increments where it comes times out and closes. He's watching on my PlayStation because it's not available on Fire Stick. He says, why WE and Peacock? Why not expand your servers? My money in the bank fee keeps pixelating and buffering. You need to fix this. I've done everything you would tell me to do anyway. Wow. Any chance you'll be able to start from the beginning on live events ever? I missed 40 minutes of Money in the Bank. This is ridiculous. It's not a difficult feature to add. I miss WE Network. Yeah, this is what it is, man. This is what we had. This is what it is. You know, this is just the owners and people behind the scenes have become so just incompetence. And I'm so tired of seeing I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of seeing this just terrible lack of just forethought and just terrible just repeating the same thing. Oh, we'll fix it later. Oh, we're gonna fix it later, and they never do. Or by the time it fixes it later, we're like, oh, it fixed one thing, and there's another thing that comes up. What happened again? What happened to just saying, okay, we didn't have our thing ready here. Instead, let's just sit here, fix the problems, make sure stress test this until it's, we're not gonna get everything, but we get the main stuff so this stuff doesn't happen. What happened to that? Why are we stuck in the same type of muck here? Again, over and over and over again and again and again. Because the WE Network, for all the things that I didn't have any issues watching live stuff or old stuff or anything else. I didn't have any issues watching anything else like that. I didn't have any issues. I watch old stuff. I watch new stuff. I watch things in the between, and I had a good time. Here, we don't have that. We don't get this anymore. It's just it's bad, and I can't wait till Peacock is going to have the Olympics, which I complete and then when live feeds of the Olympics are going to be stumbling and bumbling and just completely cut off, that's going to be fun. I can't wait for that. And it gets to another problem is that how people plus with live football games and stuff like that. How ESPN, I watch ESPN Plus and they seem to be doing fine. I don't know what it is. Is it these bigger streaming services? Can they handle live television? Can they handle live shows? Can they do that? I mean, is it just what is the issue here? I don't know. I honestly don't. What's the big issues here, man? Because right now, it just seems that we are going into the same. It's just like, wow, we're going to be doing the same stuff over and everything. It's just, I don't really know what the solution is. Because right now, it's just the same issues. We're seeing the money. And this is not the first time. We had issues. I think WrestleMania had issues. I think WrestleMania Backlash had issues. I mean, there's so many issues when you have the live shows and everything. There were issues. I think before the pay-per-view, before Wrestle, I think it was Was it No Way Out or something? I don't know. There was another issue with that. The Peacock. There's so we don't know what's gonna happen the next time. Because right here, once again, you're gonna be like, you know, I don't know. And I'm worried because what's Disney Plus is gonna, what's gonna happen to ESPN when you play live games and this stuff happens? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what we expect because it looks like it's just gonna be a. Um, I wouldn't be surprised that this is gonna, this is going to affect anyone doing this. I think we might have to do like a double stuff here, like NBA or anything else. There might be on their own type of streaming service or servers. I don't know. Or maybe they're saving a good service for the Olympics and everything else. Because if this the live service they have for WWE is indicative of what they did in the Olympics, and there's some real issues there. Because if there's not, if they're using the same servers for the for the WWE Network for the Olympics, prepared, my friends, for a lot of hilarity and a lot of people being mad on Twitter. Because boy, and Twitter and Facebook, because that's going to be the perfect salt mine. Oh, the salt, my friends, will be amazing. But that's just me. Anyway, WE, fix the stuff out there. Fix it. Stop letting people let people use their VPNs to get to WE Network. Let them do that for a while. Let them do that until you get your stuff sorted out on Peacock. All right. All right. I think people will like that. I think it'll be a little bit better. But that's just me. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Dukect Lounge. Here's what you're watching. By the way, uh, last review standing hopefully will be up by this Friday night. AEW Double Nothing. Got the script done. They're gonna do a little bit more touching the script. Got the video stuff looks good, but I might have to shoot it because I don't know. I just looked. Everything else looked great, but I think I was a little too nervous and such. So I'm gonna probably shoot it again. Probably get it done probably tomorrow, and then start editing and do all the type of stuff. But yeah, and then tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on here live streaming tonight. Tomorrow night, Game 6 NBA Finals. Can't wait to see that. That's going to be great. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. It's Dukect. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Later.